This story is called The Power. It's an Andy Kaufman story, written April 6, 1965. 16-year-old Tom Butcher was an anarchist. He was angry at the United States government for outlawing prostitution, marijuana, and profanity. He wanted to legalize many things, so to begin, he sent away for a button which read, "I am for sexual freedom." "Any mail for me?" asked Tom as he arrived home from high school. "Yes," replied his mother. "Great," he exclaimed, ran up to his room with it, and slammed the door. It was a fairly large envelope enclosing a brochure about the League for Sexual Freedom and the button. "Beautiful," he said, and pinned it on his shirt. After a few minutes he thought, "Maybe I'd better not wear it around the house. If my parents find out about it, they may take it away, and then I won't be able to wear it in school." So he took it off and put it in his notebook. "Can't wait until tomorrow in school," he thought as he washed his hands to eat. The next morning Tom awoke early, eagerly looking forward to the coming day when he would wear a button showing his views for the first time. He got dressed, washed, ate breakfast, and ran to catch the school bus. Upon arriving at school, he put on his button. "Wow, this sure feels good," he thought while walking through the halls. "Hey, are you serious?" "Sure am." "What does that button say?" "I'm for sexual freedom." "That's what I thought it said. Hey, that's a cool button. Where can I get one?" This went on for about 3 weeks. In that time, Tom made a few friends, got the attention he wanted, and became very friendly with whom he thought was the coolest chick in school, his Venus, Rosie Banchel. One morning, as he arose from his bed, Tom had a strange feeling that something different was going to happen. For most of the day, nothing happened until 7th period. "Do you realize what you're advocating?" asked his math teacher after class. "Yes." "Well, I wasn't sure if you knew what sexual freedom meant. You realize, I hope, that I shall have to report you to the principal." "Do what you want to. I hope you realize that I've been wearing this for just about 3 weeks." "Then I should have reported you 3 weeks ago." The look of anger started in Tom's face. That night he began to worry. "What if they call my parents?" he thought. The next morning in school he was called to the principal's office. "Where's that badge you've been wearing?" asked the principal. "In my pocket," replied Tom. "Give it to me." Tom lifted the button out of his pocket and the principal grabbed it. "Tell me," he asked, "why do you want to legalize prostitution?" Tom started to reply, "Because—" "Never mind," the principal interrupted. "Do your parents know about this?" Well, no." Immediately the principal started dialing. "Ooh," thought Tom, his look of anger growing every second. "Just wait. Hello, this is Mr. Soman, the principal of the high school. May I please speak to Mr. Butcher?" "Hello, Mr. Butcher. Your son has been going around our high school wearing a button which says, 'I am for sexual freedom.' Do you realize what this means?" "Damn it," thought Tom. "Here it comes." When he got home, he was beaten by his father and all his privileges were taken away. He was made to get a haircut, not allowed to read certain trashy subversive material, and had to dress nicely. "Wait," thought Tom. "Just wait until I'm 18. I'll get back at them someday." If you take a can and put water in it, it will eventually fill up until it's ready to burst. When you open it, all the water will spurt out in a vast attempt for freedom. It's the same way with the human animal. For 2 years, Tom Butcher had to be a fine all-American boy, shaking his hands with high, influential friends of his father, growing until he was ready to burst. Now Tom was 18 and free. He was free from his parents' tyranny, free from the fear of getting beaten up or punished, free from the conventionalities that his father had adorned on him. He had always had a certain freedom and would let no one take this freedom away. He walked the streets at night and took advantage of bars, sometimes not coming home for days. "Well, it's about time you came home," his father would say. "Don't do this again." But Tom did do it again, and kept doing it. "Just let him try and stop me," he would think to himself. The time was coming for Tom to do what he had waited all his adolescent years to do, to start his own country. He would show everybody what Tom Butcher was really capable of doing. He got together with his 2 best childhood friends, Jimmy Larrett and Robert Malchus. They met regularly for months, formulating plans for Tommy's country, realizing that the only land in the world not occupied yet was Arctica and Antarctica. "Isn't it kind of cold in both those places?" asked Jimmy. "Yes, but we can always dress warmly. The cold won't bother us," replied Tom. They finally chose Antarctica and rounded up anarchists from all over the United States. "We shall be the only country in the world with real freedom. We shall have anarchy," preached Tom. The government and newspapers became interested in Tom's country. The newspapers wrote articles about it, while the President of the United States made a speech about how great he thought it was, and if it worked, it would be great for the world. Tom's country did get started. It was very cold in Tom's Antarctica. As the Tom started